Hi, I'm Bill Lancaster, and I'll be your host for this video on driving the tractor to the quietest place on the earth. It really is a wonderful, beautiful place with hardwood trees and just quiet. So this is pretty quiet here. This is I just come up a logging road. So if you saw the last video I did, I was trying to show the logging road as it now is. I tried to scrape it with the box scraper on the tractor to get it to drain and be somewhat dry, and I got pretty, I guess, fairly well along the way on it. This is my tractor. It's a John Deere 990 with a 40 horsepower diesel and front end loader and nice various kinds of attachments on the back. I've got a box blade on it now. It's just a 4-foot wide box blade. It fits this tractor. It came with the tractor. And I've tried to dig a deep trench with it using the a longer digging bar that I bought, and you can see that it's a muddy mess. I have no running water here. There's no hose. I don't have any good way to rinse this thing off. I have a cousin that lives in the next door property, but I can't really go over there and just hose off this thing because it leaves such a mud pile. I just don't think that's right to do that. So I just do without. Now I'm going to try to mount this tractor, this camera rather, on the hood of the tractor. And it's got it's got a suction cup to do that with. And I'm going to try to get this thing going and take you into the quietest place on the earth. We're going to be going along a track, logging road type thing, which will take us up through the woods. Now I'm going to try to get this thing adjusted. Oh darn, stick baby. The problem with this thing is it needs to have some kind of a, what I used to do when I was a kid, just lick it. So you didn't see me do that. I just licked it. Get this thing tilted down a little bit so maybe you can see better. Okay, I've got the front end loader kind of low, so it'll be out of your way. And I'm just turning the key to heat up the glow plugs. I've had this tractor started once today. This will be another time. So here we go again. One thing about this tractor, I let it sit for I don't know how long, and came out here and it started right up. I have a jump box for it. I didn't really need it. So here we go. I'm going to release the brake. I've got to put this thing into the second speed of driving. Let's try that one. Okay, here we go. Hope you enjoy the ride. You see some wet areas that I've been working on, and this is a boggy, wet area. I don't know what kind of soil this is, but it's clay. It doesn't drain well. A cousin wanted to build a house in the next property over, and they couldn't get any land to perk. Except to go way on the other side, up there, kind of slipping around here. This ground does not want to perk, so it's a problem. We might see some animals, I don't know. This thing is so noisy, I think it probably runs off most all the other animals. I bought this tractor and some attachments from a guy who had a landscaping company. He was getting ready to retire. He said he did not want to have a tractor in his retirement. So, okay, I bought it for, and all the stuff that went with it. It had just a few hours on it. Really was quite a good buy. So it's been good for me. Perfect for what I do. All of this land, about, I don't know, 1,000 acres, maybe 1,700, belonged to my great-great-grandparents who bought it in 1881. And over the years, it's been divided among aunts, uncles, cousins. So the part I'm driving on now belonged to a cousin until within the last 6 months or so, she sold it to someone who's not in the family. Part of the acres we're going to go through belongs to a group of cousins, all in the same family. They were children of my great aunt. Oh boy, look at this mess. Try to go through this. This tractor has four-wheel drive. I love tractors because they seem to want to go just about anywhere. And you see us kind of hee-hawing through this. I hope we get through it. Coming back, I might take a little different direction to avoid that spot. Now, you probably want to know where we're going to go. We're going to go to the very sharp left and up a logging road. Here we go, right around through here. Ain't this interesting though? It's a very old ruts made by logging trucks a long, long time ago. I'm afraid I'm still riding in some of them. I did not bring the chainsaw, so I hope we don't run into any situations that might need it. I've done a lot of sawing of logs and stuff to clear this route. It's noisy now, but in a while we'll be in our quiet spot. I'll have lunch. There goes a squirrel, little gray squirrel. I can see off to our left a pink ribbon that indicates the center of a 50-foot wide easement that I own a part of. I have a 1/3 interest in it. So it's really an easement to get back to this property, which we haven't never opened up. We've used this logging road instead, which goes on someone else's property now. I'm going across the side of land that's owned by a group of 4 cousins. So this is also an easement that lets me get to my property, which I'll show you in just a bit. This little tractor runs on diesel fuel. I think it's just an amazing little machine that does what I need to do. It's got a bush hog, an auger, a box scraper with it. On the front I've got the bucket, and I've got some loading forks. I know this looks a little bit foreboding, but I've been up here before, so I know we can do it. It's going to be interesting to hear what this sounds like on the video. Look at those logging tracks on the right. Can you see them? The old logging trucks made those rusted up in that mound. I've done a lot of sawing of trees in this area to try to keep it clear. The pollen is out. This is not really the biggest pollinating time for South Carolina, but it's pollinating time. It's kind of choking me up. I didn't bring anything extra to drink. It's in my lunch bag. But just bear with me, and I may have to snuffle and cough and blow my nose and stuff, but just understand that this all this pollen. We've just gotten through all the COVID, so we're not really through it yet, but we've had the COVID virus for the last year. It's been a year and a day since the big COVID outbreak. It was declared a pandemic. My wife and I have just gotten our second vaccine, and now 4 weeks today. 4 weeks have passed, so we're past the worst of the time. So we should be in pretty good shape now. But I don't have COVID. I just got pollen. Sorry. Going across land that belongs to four of my cousins. They live all over the place. Folks have moved away. My great aunt who inherited this land moved to New Orleans, married a man there. I understand that this land on the right was at one time infested with pine bark beetles, and they had to cut it pretty severely to get rid of the pine bark beetles. And it's kind of grown back into smaller hardwoods. On our left is a piece of land only belonging to another family, very large tract. When we're driving over, probably totals 70 or 80 acres. My little piece is only 16 acres, but it's a beautiful spot. Now, this is us. Where you see these little orange flags in the ground and that posted sign, we're starting to be on land that belongs to me now, to me and my wife. So now we're there. We just keep going. See me wearing this day-glow orange hat. Often I have a vest on. This is March, so it's not deer season. That's the one I worry most about. I guess I'm not sure if we're still in turkey season or not. Anyway, orange hat's good. Got on a red plaid shirt, Rob Roy carton. We'll do a little left-right. This property of mine has a little corner on it that we're going to take now. property on the left has a road kind of like this one over there to our left, and he's got a deer blind, which I'm not sure I can show you. It's up here in the trees on the left. So he hunts ostensibly on his property, although he can also see deer on our property, so he may be shooting some over this way. I don't know. I just don't know. I can't be out here all the time. You up a little bit so you can see better with the trees. My cousin, who's a forester, says that this tractor will drive away any snakes, and they probably knew we were coming a long time ago. Created a little trail through our woods here, and I've got to follow my tapes. I've got the deer blind is on the left. You can't really see it. It's just maybe 20 yards on our left. I have this pathway marked on the trees with red or orange and green tapes. So I'm going to be going through here, and I did it red, right, returning, kind of like bringing a ship back to the sea. And the greens, though, have faded and fallen off. So I kind of lost some of my. There's a green right ahead of us on that little tree. I'm going to turn left around that. Red's on the right, green's on the left, and here we go. Now this is a nice wooded area that belongs to my wife and me. On the left you can't really see it, but there's a wet area. It's almost swampy, it's so wet. And over there somewhere there's a concrete post that indicates the very, very old property line that my great-grandparents bought. This is going to be a difficult turn right through this little narrow gap. And here we go. There's a red marker of mine. There's a green on the left. And here we go. All right, now, on the left, you can't see it, but there's a concrete hot pillar down in there that's the corner of our property. And I'm going right this way, past these old down trees, trying to miss them, and right through this little gap. Ain't this fun? Right ahead is another swampy area, and my property line is a pink ribbon out there. There's a very large tree out here. It's an old tree, and near it is the other concrete marker, which is the southernmost point of the land that my great-grandparents bought in 1881. My grandmother at that time was 10 years old, and so she and her brothers, she had two brothers, moved there at a very early age and had their growing up years there. I've got to turn here. Whoa, baby. Yeah, I've got a down tree. And I see a green up there. I think this tree is kind of a, yeah, I had one of my red flags on it, so I'm going to go up around it. See that green marker right ahead of us? I've got to leave that on the left and take a right here. Okay, I'm doing this. So view down tree. Oops. And see that red on the right up there? I've got to leave that on the right. Straight ahead, if you see a blue marker, that belongs to other land that's now a hunting preserve. Called the Pauline hunting property or something. I've forgotten the name of it. Now I've kind of lost my markers. I think I'm going right through here. Got a red on the right. Yep, right through here. I've lost another red on the right, but I see it on the ground. I'm going to go this way and right through that gap. Now, folks, I'm going to stop here. I'll let you just listen to the sounds, because it's really the quietest spot on the earth. All I hear is a bird. Sometime when I want to be just rejuvenated, I come out here and sit, maybe have my lunch. It's so quiet. It's so unlike any other place where I am. My house in Greenville, which I love, you can hear the interstate traffic going by 2 or 3 miles away, and so this is very different. I'll take you off so you can see some of this woods. Take you off the tractor now. Just look around here. See this hardwood forest where we are. There's the back of the tractor. We've come through part of that. These trees are just hardwoods, and I'm sure there are many varieties, oaks, poplars. I don't recognize all of the types, but there's one with shaggy bark. Not sure what that is, some kind of a shag bark thing. So over there where you see the pines, that's my neighbor's property that has a hunting preserve. There's a road over there, better than this one, that he maintains. That's I don't really want to take it. I think it's not right for me to use his road. It's on his land, but they do hunt over there, and it's hunting here too. So I'm just going to sit here for a few minutes and let you enjoy the quiet. It's really, really, to me, very special. People who live around here like to hunt. They hunt deer, they hunt turkey, and they like to shoot. So sometimes you'll hear loud gunshots, either rifles that they're zeroing in or they're trying out a new 9mm pistols, you can kind of recognize the 10 or 15 shots that come from one of those. It's not quite so loud. The rifle shots are pretty loud. Everybody hunts with, 270s up to 30-06, somewhere in that range. Not too many calibers lower than that. There's a little breeze I can feel. I'm not sure you can hear that little breeze on the microphone, maybe. It's very, very soft breeze, less than 5 miles an hour, I would guess. Just a little thing. Well, I'm gonna get off the seat now and get my lunch. I'm gonna take you with me for just a minute, so you can kind of see the tractor again and where we are. Get this thing, get down. I'm 77 years old, so this is not the easiest step to make anymore, but I can do it. All right, here we are. You see, I've lost some of the mud off the John Deere. It's not been too muddy coming up this way. Our lunch box. Over here, there's a stump where I tried to test a rifle, and I thought it was going to stop the bullets, but it didn't. The bullets went right through the dadgum thing, and it's a AR-15. So it see if this is the stump or that one. Little new holly coming on right next to it. Yeah, see all that, the hollowed out part on the back? That's where the bullets came out. Yeah, it really tore it up. So those bullets went down that way somewhere into the dirt, I suspect. Anyhow, quiet area, very nice. Just very nice. See those pink ribbons down through that way? Those are all mark my path. We've got a bump across the log that's down. This tractor has done it before, and I don't have the saw today, so I just bump over it. So it's really remarkable what these tractors can do. This is one of my green markers and a red one. I have to be careful of sticks because I've tripped over sticks 2 or 3 times and fallen. And that's not what I need to be doing right now. Here's one of my green bands. Marks the left side of my path. And here's one of the red ones. And you'll see some of them go down on the ground. So it's not always easy to follow them. I need to put new ones out, I guess. Well, let's go back to the tractor. I'm going to turn you off in a minute. But I hope you enjoyed this little tractor ride and the quiet that's here. It's really a special, quiet place to me. It's a Saturday, so hope you're having a good day, and I've got to be back in time to cook out on the grill tonight. This is the first cookout we've had this so far this year. Spring is coming, and it's about 57 degrees this morning when we woke up. So it's really quite nice, and we'll have cook a steak on the grill tonight. So that'll be very nice. Oh, my poor muddy tractor. I wish I could clean it. But what can you do with no hose, no running water? It's just a mud pile. Oh. The guy who bought it for him would be ashamed, because he would wash this thing off every time he brought it in, and mine hasn't been washed in, oh gosh, I don't know when. Anyway, it's a mess. So there you are, guys, and hope you've enjoyed this. Here's a quiet, you see a blue tape right through there, blue band on a tree. That's my neighbor's property line. The noise I hear in the distance is a high revving gasoline motorcycle, likely. But you get a lot of noises in here, so it's really quiet. I thought about spending more time here, but I just don't think it's going to happen very much. So, okay, guys, I'm just going to leave you with this, and hope you enjoy the quiet. Take care.